Only goes over a tenth of a second faster.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another round of the Formula Premier Series. This is the first race of two tonight. This is the Challenger Split. We're here for the 5th round of the season here in Baku in Azerbaijan. And we are just qualifying now. We'll start to see some quick laps set very shortly. As you can see there, the nice shot of turn 1. And grandstands along that main straight. And start off by panning towards Luca Dolciotti in the final sector. From what I can see, starting his lap. Unless... Oh, he's coming around the final corner now. Get his lap. Either to pit or start a lap. He's moving towards left-hand side, which would make me think he's probably... Yep, he's pitting. So we'll start to see some fast laps set out in the coming minutes. We're still early doors in this qualifying session, and we have some new drivers in today. We have the main one is Giuseppe Lafaro, driving for Thick Tax Racing. I know that is Otal, and James Kay has spun it. He's spun it out on exit of turn 1. As I was saying, Giuseppe Lafaro for Thick Tax Racing. There is a team called Thick Tax Racing in this, which is a brilliant name in my opinion. I love that name. Coming in, and it's the second race for James Kay, as far as I'm aware. I'm not entirely sure on that one, but we'll go on board with him. Obviously, he just spun at turn 1, and as you can, Adam Woodward now. That says in for Bag Academy. As so this is another new person. Is Davlianidze, I think it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it is Davlianidze. New driver. His car, obviously all black here. And he's making his Formula Trout debut. And did he get in the way there? Did he get in the way of someone there? I'm not entirely sure. As he's 11th fastest, but at this point in qualifying, the first 10 minutes doesn't really phase anyone. This is another new driver who I've seen, Linus Johnson for Rising Sun Racing. Thank you very much, Alex. I would have been very lost without that. So James Merck's first lap is a 42, and Ollie Gibson is next to set a lap. We know between them two, they've got a bit of a title rival brewing between them. They've been trading wins at the start of the season. Obviously, Oliver won the second race in Bahrain. Jace won Mugello afterwards. Oliver did win Hockenheim. No points were awarded for that race, however. So the standings remain the same as to what they were before. That's a championship gap of 4 points between the top two. Let's see if the points to the previous race were counted. It would have been 10, but the points were not awarded in the end. And it is now 4 points, very close between them two. This is Linus Johnson then. Swedish driver for Rising Sun, as Alex said earlier. He's currently 4th fastest and on his lap now because he got his DRS and all that open now. So let's see, where can Linus go? He's gonna go and remain in 4th fastest, and that's Peters flashing up the yellow there. Has he had a spin? He's gone a bit wide there. Yep, Leslie Peters has had a spin, or had an error, maybe down at turn 5. Not sure. I'm not entirely aware of this Baku circuit. I know how to drive it, and just not entirely aware of it. So, yeah.
Yep, hello. I'll just say hello. I'm Alex Cochran, manning the cameras as usual, here alongside Robbie for the stream. may know him from some of the Sprint Series streams that we've done. Filling in for Ross this week. Very appreciated. Yeah, we've got quite an exciting race coming up around Baku, Baku, as I've said, because it's Halloween. Sorry about that. Yeah, very, very busy grid. Track drivers seem to want to drive, which is quite surprising because it's quite a tricky street circuit. But we do have the safety car here that we ran last season at Monaco, which can provide a little more excitement, but you know, it's people can crash here at a street circuit quite easily. You know, the castle section, which is quite renowned in real life Formula 1 for being one of the trickiest, most narrow sections on the Formula 1 calendar. It's no different here. It's probably the tightest part on any track we've got. So
The
it's gonna
thing
be a
is, you don't really
crash.
tend to,
Go on, sorry.
see, in real life, you don't really tend to see many crashes at that corner. It's big surprise that also we have the two big ones in F1 qualifying 2 years back with Kubica and Charles Leclerc, hence the I am stupid signs. Oh, but obviously we've seen the massive F2 pile-ups that they had there a few years back as well. Not sure if you've seen it, but yeah, carry on, Alex.
Yeah, obviously in real life motorsport, they take it a little bit easier. They're a little more aware of the risks here in sim racing. You can kind of just chuck it in, hope it sticks. No, you're not going to injure yourself like you might in real life. You're going to be paying for the damage. So yeah.
Unless you've got a direct drive wheel, of course.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, some people will be a little more brave here, and they might be brave, but that can also cause crashes, which, as Leslie Peters, just on an in-lap now, I think, is going to go through the castle section. Just see how tight it is there. It's quite a fast corner, about 150 kilometers an hour, but just so tight on the entry. Yeah, drivers really need to be careful there, as new driver Lo Farah is actually currently leading the standings, 39. Good lap so far as the track slowly grips in. He's behind another car now.
And we're joined in the commentary box by Angel Bernabe, LC ISP Racing driver. Hello, Angel.
Hello, Robbie. I'm here only to say if you can volume up the streaming, but not your voice, the game. It's too low.
Alex,
it's too low.
that was for you, Alex. Yeah,
yeah.
Thank you for that, Angel. And we will hopefully we'll be back for Silverstone. Obviously, I was supposed to race, but then I had to come. I was going to co-commentate this with Ross, who can't make it. So now I've got to commentate this race. And if you in about an hour's time, the Master Split race will be on. I'll be on commentary for that one as well. So don't tune into that one. The driving standards are exactly the same, and the racing will be just as close, I hope. So, yeah, make sure to tune in for that.
Yeah, definitely. We have both very, very high standards of driving in every series. This race is going to definitely be one to really demonstrate that, as Jason Merrick just starts the lap. He's currently is he a championship leader, sorry, or is he just behind
He's championship
Gibson?
leader by 4 points.
Yeah, so just fighting for the championship, definitely. He's currently second, he just starts his lap.
Obviously, Linus leading the team's championship by an absolute country mile at the moment, and they don't really have a challenger for them at this point. Just an extra turn 2 there. Linus aiming to get into the Master Split. It's been a fairly easy job for them so far, but as we were saying earlier, the Master Split can join us. Alex will be racing in the Master Split very shortly. And, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can pull off in that.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to driving. It's very, very tricky track, very difficult to race, but it's good fun.
Obviously, an easy chance to get points as well, because a lot of drivers are going to be hitting this wall, are going to be getting up damage, and it'll be obviously if you can also capitalise from that. It's all about capitalisation on this track.
Yeah, definitely. It's one of those tracks where people are going to be making those errors, so you can, as long as you keep it out the wall, keep it clean, get lucky with the safety cars, you can really get a good points haul, maybe even win the race, as we saw in Formula 1. You know, the podium
is on the big building.
Yeah, exactly.
We just pan to that, please, Alex. I think we need to think the people who are watching this
Yeah,
need to see what is on the big building at turn 1.
We'll just utilise the magic of the simulator. And see, we have quite a
I love that. I love that.
quite a cursed image, but It's quite funny. Obviously, here at Formula Trout League, we you can sponsor each race, yeah, which is a good way to donate your server to the server, show the support. Everything here is non-profit. We run everything into the server for the community. It's free to enter. If you want to join the Discord. It's in the description below. Yeah, the teams can sponsor the races, and a sponsor this week, Griffin Gaming, has decided to utilise some of the sponsor space for...
What's happening to Peters? Peters, what's happening to Peters?
Oh.
He's yellow.
Yeah,
I think
sorry.
he's in the wall at
Big off there.
turn 9, I think that is. He's gone off there. He's in the... Well done, Baku. Well done, Leslie, with that one. He's gone off. Maybe... Has he maybe tried to turn it in and just lost it?
Yeah, it's a tricky corner that. It's quite off camera on the entry, and you go over the crest on the exit, so you get it wrong, and as you can see there, end up in the wall.
That's a dodge corner as well.
Damage.
If with that corner, it's just gone to, if you miss your braking point, it's a bit like what Pierre Gasly and Brendan Hartley demonstrated a few years ago. And if you miss that, if you miss your braking point there, you're in the wall.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
As well.
Yeah, there is runoff area and escape roads here, but it's not like a traditional circuit where you can manage to where you can just go wide and keep going. You know, you're going to go into that escape road and you're going to get stuck, and you need to reverse or spin turn out, which loses you a chunk of time. In quali, it's not as important, but you know, you're going to be throwing your laps away if you do that, which you never want to do. As the track is finally rubbering in, Merrick has set. I think he's on an out lap currently, is he, or is he on an in lap? It's going to be on an in lap.
At the minute, Jace Merrick and Oliver Gibson have actually been separated by Giuseppe Lafaro, the rookie, on debut, second fastest on for a front row start here, which would just be purely incredible if a rookie like him could pull that off. Anyways, there's Oliver Gibson. Obviously, next time out, he'll complete a full season of Formula Trout. Last season, he made his debut with GA Racing. I was in that team as well, and got multiple podiums. He came to Linears. He's a race winner now. Can he win this one? He's always been the favourite of mine to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely been Merrick and Gibson. Yeah, that's been the story this season so far.
Kinda, we could see Case Willems kinda butting in there, or Giuseppe Lafaro if he keeps his pace up.
Yeah, definitely. As Gibson doesn't improve, does he? Or he improves slightly, but still third. So
not enough for Lafaro. And who's that gone off? Is that Carter Jackson in 11? He might have gone off there. Or did he just maybe go a bit wide?
Yeah, he does seem to hit the wall.
Is it another reason to hit the wall there? Obviously, the thing is, Alex has a lot of insight because he's streaming this one. He has a lot of insight. So normally I would stream the sprint races, but he's kind of volunteered to do this one. So thank you, Alex, for that. So, let's look at Carter Jackson then. He's the 12th fastest minute.
Yeah, Jackson showed a really impressive outing at Mugello. He was, you know, he's had a tough season so far, but Mugello he was really on the pace, really up there. I'm not sure where he finished in the end, but he showed some really impressive moves through the race, and continue that into Baku, which is a tough circuit, but hopefully he can carry that momentum. I think he's just starting his lap now. We'll see where he goes after this lap. He runs wide through turn 1 though. Is it
an automatic invalid if you go over that curb at turn 1? Is that the last corner, isn't it? Where if you go wide, you get invalid.
Actually, no. We had some problems with the circuit, but that has all been fixed by a fantastic admin team at Formula Trout. Yeah, there is no issues with the limits now, as there sometimes can be in Assetto Corsa.
Yeah, so obviously they never taking opportunities on this track. Turn 1 you can do it, turn 4 you can do it, and they're the two big ones on this track. You can realistically do it any corner, but there are some corners like turn 8, which you just got to be an absolute psychopath to do it into that corner, and I hope it pays off because it's just too tight to do that.
Yeah, definitely, we've seen it happen, but you risk a mistake if the other driver doesn't back out, and it'll be a safety car if that happens. Avoid that. I think Merrick's just set purple first sector, 10th clear in the first sector already.
Yeah, the American driver who's absolutely flying here. He's also for another Finlandia's academy team. His former teammate was Alistair Pollock, who unfortunately can't make it to races anymore. I was just talking to him the other day. and he was saying how Alistair will probably never drive in Formula Trout again. So, it's obviously very sad news, but he's still got Jace,
Three
who is
tenths up
confident.
now.
3 tenths up, who's scoring points comfortably at the top. Even Van Strike might have had an issue there as well.
Right on
It was
board
just
with
pants-
Merrick just for him to finish his lap, see where he ends up. Seems to be a
Yep.
fantastic lap for so far.
Jackson goes 10th fastest, and Carter Jackson's at the 10th. Where will Merrick go then? Merrick's going across the line now. He's definitely improved by a country mile, and very deservedly. It's a 38.9, and he is on pole.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He just seems to be on the C5 tyre. I'm not sure what the track grip's like. He might get another pop it if he's got charge in the battery, but Low Farah's also on a lap now.
Off there. Josh Harding's had an off there. Adam Woodward has as well, I think. And Carter Jackson. A lot of drivers having off. Obviously, we know that this will be a common occurrence in this race, but to be fair, we might not even get everyone on camera here because it's just that tight. Obviously, big crashes that end races that kill engines, we will probably get on camera most definitely. But slight wall taps just won't be caught on camera.
Because Merrick's actually on another lap as well, so Low Farah's on his last lap, but Merrick is also completing a lap. He must have had enough charge of the battery. Just past Peters in the wall there again.
And stuff fuel as well.
Yeah. You're taking a risk doing that, but if you can get the 2 laps in, you can really gain. You know, you get the banker in, and then you can really push on the next lap.
Obviously, the C5 tyre, which Chase Merrick is running, it's guaranteed to work in qualifying, and it's guaranteed to get you a good start, but it's not going to last you that long.
Yeah, definitely.
We could see 2 pit stops here, possibly. We don't know.
Especially for the
Let's
safety
see how
cars.
this pans. Also, the safety cars, they are going to change the course of this race if the admin team bring this out. It is a massive change. It's a massive game changer. The safety car, because obviously it slows field down. You restrict to only about 100 miles an hour. LaFaro's gone on pole. LaFaro is on pole, unless Merrick can stop him, which he can't. And that is LaFaro on pole then. The Merrick Gibson title battle at the minute has just been broken by Giuseppe LaFaro. Wow, what a lap that was. 38.3. How's he done that?
Yeah, it's a really great lap. He improved quite a lot in the dying stages there. Merrick did look like he might be in front, but yeah, first is LaFaro and then second's Merrick. Obviously, he's in front of Gibson, which was what he needs, but I'm sure he'd like to win the race as well, maximise the points haul. Everyone's finished their laps now, as Hepner just an in lap, I believe.
Yes, Steve Heffner is just coming around the final sector. We'll just go into the final sector now on his last lap. Maybe ideal of him, he'd want to be 6th or 7th. We know he's had a big string of finishing races in 7th in recent times. It was actually saying to me the other day how he has this curse for 7th and he just cannot break it. But at the minute, he's not in 7th, he's 9th. Just lower as Mario Linda for Griffin Gaming Red. Pits. I think that's for qualifying then. LaFaro's on another lap, I think. It doesn't say he's in the pit lane.
No, I think he's just on his in lap now, yeah.
Yeah, it's not very easy to tell these things whether they're on an in lap or not. Unless you have the full telemetry and all that. So yep, in his first race ever, Giuseppe LaFaro takes pole position for Thick Tax Racing. So yep. The grid at the minute shows LaFaro, Merrick, Gibson, Linda, Willems. Case Willems only down in 5th, which is obviously he's been up there usually 3rd or 4th, you know, just helping out Oliver as much as he can in that title battle. Unfortunately, he's only 5th today.
Yeah, Mario Lind for Griffin Gaming Red has just split them, which was maybe not what Willems wants. Just might be a little bit of a problem there. But
so do we know what Case can pull out of the bag in some races? Obviously, Monza last year, he managed to win the race. He challenged Anthony Penn to win it in Hungary, so we could have easily just had 2 wins out of the bag there. Oh god, there's a few penalties there. So we're on the grid then, and for the first time ever, Filafaro will head the field away, and it's the 2 title protagonists in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Anyway, so I was going to see Thick Tax, Nova, and Linus. The top 3 here, about 50 seconds. We'll be off.
It's really important to know that Merrick's actually on the C5 tyre, so although he's behind and he'll have the disadvantage in the long run at the start, he might just get that extra getaway. He's on the inside as well, so really someone to keep an eye on. I think a lot of the other cars are on the C4s, but see what Merrick manages to pull off at the start. 30 seconds left now before lights out.
Yep, this is obviously a big race at this point in the season because we're nearly halfway through now. British Grand Prix, the 6th round, will be the 6th of 12. And we'll be officially at the halfway point of the season. This is at the second half of the season. It's not about getting all argy-bargy with your title rival. It's all about just racking up points. As the lights come on then, 34 laps of the Baku City Circuit. We have 3, 4, 5, 6 lights at the Assetto Corsa to provide us. And we're off. We're off, and it seems like Merrick got away well. And he's going to go for it down the inside. Is Merrick going to get there? No, he hasn't. Oh, it's gone wide. The car is wide. Oh, it's gone big, massively wide. Wheel to wheel, Oliver Gibson into turn 2. He's backed out. Oh, Jesus, and Mario Linda. Case was, oh, God, loads of cars off there. Got 5 cars gone off at turn 2. That's a massive crash. Case Willow's involved. Chase Merrick leads. Wow.
The red
Start.
flag, the red flag, the race will be restarted.
Oh, have we just heard there's a red flag there? So we'll have a race restart in the qualifying order once again. Unfortunately,
Red flag, yeah.
as we saw, we had that pretty large crash at turn 2, which said could happen, and it did.
Wow.
Merrick did get the getaway, but yeah, ours hit the wall, and then
You have to do it all again now. Got every bit of work to do. Got another minute to go then, unfortunately. As we look for a huge accident to turn 2.
yeah, not what you
Yeah,
want to see. Obviously, go on, sorry.
If they do that again, I presume there's another massive crash. I presume they'll just roll with it.
Yeah,
Or
maybe
put the safety car out.
not what you want to see, but thankfully here in the world of sim racing, there's no money involved, so we can just restart back on the grid. No spare parts, no fixing the cars, so everyone's back in the race, back to square one. Time to do it all over again.
Yep. Anyways, about another 40 seconds. Also, about 5 cars went off there. That was massive. Wow.
Yeah.
Even in Monza last year, we saw there was a red flag at Monza last year because there was a massive crash. So obviously, as we know, Oliver Gibson was involved in that, so I remember it. They got away the second time, and I think it was alright again. Obviously, this is Baku. Probably one of the tightest, definitely the tightest. Definitely the tightest track this season we've got. Obviously, there's still the 7th round, which is still to be confirmed. We don't know what that's going to be yet. So, they could come up with Monaco or something like that, which could be even tighter.
Definitely, this is both the tighter circuit and almost one of the faster circuits as well. A lot of the cars are in... Oh, as the lights come on, sorry.
And now we've got 5, 6 lights that are set to course providers again. And for the second time here, we are underway. So Merrick seems to have got away well. And I think he's going to try and cut him off. He's going to go safe. The far edge still money. He's kept lead this time. American Gibson are going to go wheel to wheel. It's a turn 2. Are they going to have a massive crash again? Let's see if they can make it all through cleanly. They have done this time, though. Oh. Yep, they seem to be all cleanly through this time. And, yep. Happily they are all through. But Gibson and Merrick wheel to wheel. They're the 2 title protagonists. And, here's the next part of the track. This next part, it seems to get tighter this second sector of the track. So, there's a lot of position changes at the back. Ali Gochman dropped to the back as well. Imran Strike in last. Oh, he's in the wall. That probably explains why. Another crash. Who's that going slowly? Who was stopped? Who's out of the track? Ali Gochman is out of the... Oh, he might be out of the race. He's gone back to pits. He's out. He's tapped out of the race. So turn 8 then. Are they all going to make it through cleanly? Let's see. I think they have. Well done, guys. They've all made it through this first lap with ease. Which, I think we all want to see that. The first time we do that, had a massive accident. Giuseppe Laparo, on debut, leads the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Also, the Formula Azerbaijan Grand Prix, done in the lovely RSS Formula Hybrid 2021 cars. Stephen Heffman has flashed up yellow. What's happened to him? He spun it! He spun it, and so has Carter Jackson. They've crashed into... Carter Jackson... Did they collide? Did they collect each other? What on earth happened there? this wheel to wheel. That is Josh Harding and Leslie and James Kay, sorry. As I think he's just managed to keep their positions the same. Tic Tac was his teammates flying out in front by 1.6 seconds.
Yeah,
at
it's
this
really,
point.
really impressive for Low Farah there. He's on the slower tyre and he's already clear of the DRS, which we know is super strong here down the long straight. So not only are Merrick's tyres going to be going off, but he's already behind. He doesn't have the track position that he needs. Lots of cars in the pits now after the crash on lap 1 near in the back. They'll maybe going long. We know the tyres can last a very long time here, especially the C2s. So we'll have to see how they go. But
I think Gockman is out of the race here because he went back to pits. I presume he's out of the race unless he carries on going. But I think if he carries on, I think he'll probably get either kicked or disqualified.
yeah, it looks that way. Unfortunately, we've got. Oh, looks like Jackson's
Exactly,
just gone in the
Jackson
escape
again.
road.
That's Jackson at turn 2. He's gone up again. We saw this a lot in practice, and well, when I was practicing, I tended to do that a lot as well. But Adam Woodward's dropped down too, as he maybe had an accident there as well. So yeah, and he's getting a bit close. Josh Harding, is he maybe going to go for a move into turn 1? And Case, he's just gone up one as there as well. If he got past Linda, well, he must have, because he's up the place. Linda's gone down 1. He's been relegated. LaFara's got the fastest lap of the race, but so is American Gibson as well. Unless that's their personal best. Monty isn't the best. And yep, Merrick has the fastest lap of 45. I don't think that from him there. As that is James Kay. And Linda's pitted. Has he maybe crashed, or is he pitting for maybe damage repairs or a tyre change? Obviously, the rules state there must be 1 mandatory pit stop in this. Which you have to complete. You have to be at least. You have to change tyres as well. So we'll have to see how that happens.
Yeah, it did seem like Lind might have hit the wall at the last corner. Maybe he had damage. Maybe he was going to go long anyway. Like,
hey up, and who's that going down inside? That is
so
Taser.
fighting with Kay.
Linda is yellow again as well. Giuseppe Lafaro has crashed. American Gibson going to the lead of the race. He's bottled it. He's bottled it from the lead. He drops from 1st to 3rd in a corner. Oh no. Oh no. You don't want that to happen. As he's only gone from 1st to 3rd. And who did it? Is that? It is Mario Linda. It's out of the race. That puts Case Williams into 4th now as well. Jace Merrick, who's, I think he'll probably get the championship lead if he wins this one. If he wins this one, we'll have to see how this pans out then. Josh Harding's crashed there as well. Oh God! Oh, he just could have taken avoiding action, but he just couldn't there. Perfect. Giuseppe Lafaro looking for a move on Oliver Gibson. He's just a bit far back to do that though.
Yeah, the DRS is now activated. We just saw the rear wings open on all 3 cars, but 6/10 gap. Unless the car in front makes a mistake, you're not going to be able to pass on the straight. Gibson's in the DRS, and then Lafaro's behind again. So maybe Merrick.
If Gibson make a mistake though,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It's very rare it happens from him, but we know what happens. Jace Merrick, he had that spin from Hockenheim in which he blamed Ali Gottman for doing. They were fighting for position. Ali just went through the corner, and I think probably Jace got into dirty air. Maybe we don't know. Harding spitted, probably to regroup for that damage that he claimed a bit ago. But yeah, the Lafaro seems a bit closer than he was before. But expect a three-way battle for the win here in Baku. It's the drivers are setting their personal best again. Obviously, we've now got the drag reduction system, the DRS that they can use. They can utilise it on, I think, 2 straight. I think it's 2 or 3 on this track. Into turn 1, into turn 4 are the ones I'm aware of. Well, let's see then. This is the main one, isn't it? The one into turn 1, the long straight. It's on the Formula 1 calendar. So currently, if you're just joining us, Linda and Gockman are out of the race. Gockman, I think, just crashed on his own, and Linda also crashed on his own as well. We would have lost about 5 cars for that first start, in which 5 cars went off at turn 2 as Oliver Gibson set his personal best lap there. He's certainly trying to pull in on Merrick, but he's a second down, and Merrick, he will not get DRS.
Yeah, and it actually looks like as well that LaFaro might be running a lower lower aero setup. He closed
Yeah,
almost
'cause
3 or 4 tenths on the straight.
In the straights, he's a lot quicker, but through the corners, Oliver's getting all that back, which is critical. Also, this is, I'd say that because of the tight corners, this is more of a high downforce track, which is probably what LaFaro's right in getting that setup on. But obviously, because I was going to make a lunge at turn one, we saw Daniel Ricciardo a few years back, took like 4 cars through there. Adam Woodward has crashed at turn 2. No, it's not turn 2, that is turn 4, 3. Yeah, turn 3, yeah. But yeah, Adam Woodward, he's gone, I think he's probably just missed his breaking point there. Gone wide, and, or either what happened in qualifying with, it was Yuki Tsunoda, Carlos Sainz, I'm not too sure. 2 cars went off at that point in Formula 1 qualifying. We've got another DNFer. Another one is out. Another one bites the dust, as they say. Woodward's out. Another one bites the dust, as they say, and it is now Woodward who falls foul of the Baku City circuit. 3 so far. Being claimed by the walls here. We know that you cannot make a mistake. It's not allowed. There's not, then your chance are deleted. Let's see if LaFaro pulls it on Gibson then. Gibson is over a second.
Yeah, he
It's not
doesn't
really
have the
changing
DRS this lap, but Gibson has the DRS on Merrick and sets another personal best in the process. 4 tenths a lap faster than Merrick.
Yes, well, that is probably what Lion is racing on the Oxygen guys. Obviously, Lion is part of Oxygen now. Obviously, you'll see their other teams later. Oxtan and the Golf Racing Club, I think it's called, will be racing later in the Master Split. Tune in for that later on. But at the minute, Cesar Herta sets fastest lap. James K might have made an error because look at this. It's a turn 2 wheel to wheel. Are they going to make contact? They've made it through cleanly there. Fair enough to the pair of them. It's a very tight corner for that. But here comes Cesar Herta then. Oh, Gibson. He's made a mistake. Oh no. Oliver Gibson's made an error. He spun it. I was just saying earlier. It's rare he makes a mistake, but it has happened. A very rare mistake to Oliver Gibson. The commentator's curse might have kicked in from there. Oh no. And that could be the chances of winning this race, possibly maybe a bit early yet. That could happen to Merrick LaFaro at any point. But his chances of winning this race, if he hasn't got damage, have been dinted for sure. We look at Davlianidze. Let's turn 1 there. He's going to go for a lunge on it. He is. They make contact. He's at the wall. He's at the wall. Davlianidze. He's at the wall there. Anyways, we move back to this battle between Cesar Herta and James K. James Merrick comfortably leading this race now. So Cesar Herta will probably get a good run here on the main straight. Gibson's already done case runs again. Maybe his teammate could possibly see a bit of team orders between them two there. Maybe Case getting out of the way for Oliver to help his teammate on the charge. Obviously 15 seconds down now. As Herta is going to go for it on James K. James K on Herta, sorry. He's gone wide! He's gone wide! And obviously that has helped Herta to capitalise and get the move done. Which he's done exactly that. And into 6th place. Cesar Herta, the Romanian driver, I think he is. There's Case Willems in 4th. Obviously, if you tune in on what happened last time out in Watkins Glen for the IndyCar Sprint Series race, it wasn't the best for Case. He was pretty much last all the way through, and he's 4th here. We said to the other day, Linus, they have a lot more confidence in this. They're leading the team's championship by a country mile. At the minute they are on course to win it, meaning that both of their drivers, Oliver Gibson and Case Willems, will spend next season in the Master Split. Since anyways then, on to Nova's driver, Jace Merrick. He is absolutely storming again. Gibson's pulled in on them too as well. Now well over 1.2 seconds now. he's even quite calm and collected when he's leading the race. Obviously, he led the majority of Mugello. Obviously, he had that screen freeze he reported. Lafara set his personal best there. But yeah, he reported a screen freeze that helped Oliver to capitalise and get through. And then Oliver went a little bit wide as well, and it's caused Merrick to win the race. But a very rare mistake that has set him back from second to third. So in this race so far, we've got Gockman, Linda, and Woodward in this race. Probably because of
We did say there'll be
sort of-
quite high attrition rates, and yeah, as you said, they've lost 3 cars already. We're only 8 laps into the race.
Usually in a Formula Trout race, we tend to lose about this many drivers, but never this early. At the start, we would have lost about 5. And I'm sure that we will probably lose a few more as well here.
Yeah, hopefully not, but yeah, in the current cars we've lost, looks like there will be some more. I think some of the cars are just the wall. I've heard. I think it could be Jackson. Currently last, unfortunately. He had the damage earlier on. Not sure how stable he'll be in the car, but
Should we ride on board with him? We'll see if there's any suspension damage that he's racked up. Don't think he has. He's still seems perfectly straight, and he's just cruising at a reasonable pace in the backfield. And oh, a little bit shaky out of turn 1.
yeah, he does seem to have maybe some damage. He's just a little careful into some of the corners, but probably the best way. He doesn't want to hit the wall again and lose even more time. It's interesting to know that Merrick is just in the first sector as well, behind Jackson now, so it won't be too long before the traffic starts to be an issue, which at a track like this, there's not many places to move out the way. I think we've just got timing glitch there. Oh, as Willems pits.
Chase Willems is in the pit lane. Let's see. He's obviously on the C2 tire at the minute. The best strategy that, obviously, as a driver myself I know of, is the C3, C2. We all tend to use it, all the drivers do. And obviously, it could be C4, C3 for some of them as well. We'll have to still see Jace Merrick on the C5 tyre, which is very unusual indeed.
I think they're the C2s, aren't they? The white stripe tyres. Oh, it looks like Merrick's made a mistake. Merrick's made a mistake in the castle section.
Merrick's crashed in the castle section. He's made an error. Jace Merrick's crashed. He's gone off. And what he was leading this race. The leader, both championship protagonists, like in Formula 1, have crashed. Giuseppe Lafayette inherits the lead. Wow.
That's super unfortunate for him. Puts him definitely on the back foot. He's lost 6 seconds to LaFara now, which is terrible for him.
Anyways, as well, I would like to apologise to anyone if I do scream a bit too loud, because this is just very exciting. We're going to see the lead change hands a few times here, and I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, definitely. It's really great racing we've got here. Unfortunately, decided through some errors. It'll be interesting to see if Merrick pits. He does, so he's going to be pitting for the damage, pitting onto some new tyres.
Yeah, that's going to cost him about 10 or 12 seconds. I've pitted for damage before in these, and it costed. What's happened to Jackson? Carter Jackson's another DNF. Another one fell foul. But yeah, Merrick will have damage. He's crashed in the castle section. We don't know what's happened. I presume he probably just tend to carry too much speed, and that's cost him.
Yeah, and he's gone onto the C2 tyres from the C5s. We did say that the C5s wouldn't last very long. And yeah, he's only got 9-10 laps out of them before making an error. So that's due to just a mistake or the tyres. But yeah, he's going to be probably running the C2s to the end now, unless there is a safety car.
Which, well, it could happen. Harding, what's happened to Josh Harding? His name flashed in yellow there. Did he maybe go a little bit wide? That's obviously teammate 15 seconds in front. I think it's less an error. Probably a guaranteed an easy win for him. This could be now to the end.
Yeah, looks like Lofara's going to be ahead after the pit stops, unless Merrick can put some really impressive laps in on these new C2 tyres. The undercut might work here, but I've seen in a real-life motorsport here that it can take some time to switch the tyres on. Although there's a lot of corners, there's also a big long straight which allows them to cool down. Lofara does have time to respond here, see what the times are like, see what the tyres are like, and decide whether he's going to pit or not.
Again, you've got the safety car which we have enforced here. But very rare we see the safety car enforced. We can also see errors, easy to make errors on this track. It's happened to both championship protagonists, and happened to we've lost 4 cars now because of errors as well. Yeah.
We just heard from Christoph that the owner of Griffin Gaming, it seems that Lind retired in the pits, I believe, due to him damaging his engine by engaging reverse gear. Really unfortunate.
Oh,
Obviously,
no.
he was in the pits, but yeah, that's put him out the race, so that's why he's retired, unfortunately.
Well, it's very sorry to hear that. Thank you very much, Christoph, for getting in touch with us and giving us insight into this. Oliver Gibson then up second after James Mick, massive error in the castle section. It can happen to anyone. It's very easy to do it. We'll see, when the practice server initially went up, they had a sausage curve at turn 8, which I'm very glad they fixed it, because we could have lost a lot of drivers from that corner.
Yeah, we have the luxury to be able to modify the track here, modify the curbs. Sometimes, you know, we might put the curb at the start of the castle, and it might seem a good idea just to slow the cars down, but the drivers are going to be going full attack there. They're just going to jump over the curb, and then it can cause a crash. So, yeah, for safety, we can remove some, we can add some, and yeah, we would be probably seeing an even worse race then. So it's been very clean so far for Baku, which can be a very tricky track to drive. There's been lots of cars in the wall, but not too bad so far. It looks like Dolciotti's made an error.
Oh, Chiotti's gone off from 4th. So, yep, it's another corner where if you miss your braking point, it's going to cost you a position or 2. He's only gone, and probably maybe rear locking could be a factor in some corners as well. Alright, Chris after Hockenheim. When he's going to come to this, but I locked up in Stephen Happen. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's rear locking to play a factor as well at some corners. Might have happened to Dolchot, he might have just locked his front, or he might have just missed his braking point in general. Merrick down to 3rd, then he was leading the race by a country mile, by comfortable. Obviously then, with the error, we will be saying about errors a lot tonight. So, anyways.
He doesn't seem to actually be setting that fantastic lap time, so although he's onto the C2 looking to do the undercut, he's just not closing that gap. Lefara had the 6-second luxury after Merrick's mistake to decide to pit or not, and he's just not making any inroads, so he's still got that gap to decide what he's doing. He's on the the C4 tyres
as well. Presumably change tyres, maybe they're red hot. I don't know, they might be red hot here.
Yeah, he just had the off at the middle sector. We'll probably be changing tyres, fixing a bit of damage. It's probably going to drop into 9th, I believe, maybe 8th.
Maybe 10th, we don't know.
Maybe
yet.
even 7th. It looks like.
This is a battle between Keys Willems and James Kay. Is Kay's going to send one down the inside? Yes, he is. He's got the place of the result. Decent move by Kay, sort of running the line of his team at the minute. His teammates up in 2nd, just flying out in front. It shouldn't really influence the championship battle. The gaps are very similar at the moment if it stays like this. Yeah. Oh, Case, and he's been T-boned by James Kay. Oh, Case Willems made an error.
Safety car.
Through the
Safety
castle
car.
section,
Safety
Case
car.
will not be happy about that in the slightest. Safety car is deployed for the first
Safety
time
car.
ever.
Oh,
But for the
no.
first time this season.
Castle section
Oh
blocked,
God!
direct for it.
And
Castle
there's
section
4
blocked, direct
cars
for it.
involved there. Oh no! Another 4 bite the dust.
Yeah, the race
This
control
is-
has been in touch. It does look like the issue's clear, but yeah, super unfortunate for some of the cars caught there. Looks like one of the cars just
Still
crashed in the
losing
safety
it.
car.
Reminded me of
damage.
the Brit car race at Donington Park the other week. Oliver was telling me he was in attendance at this race, and they were still crashing from Redgate all the way through to the old hairpin.
Pass
Which
safety
is a
car.
very it was a massive
Jace
crash
pass,
that was.
Jace pass, safety
Anyways, yeah, and about 4 cars got involved. The safety car is on track. I'm presuming it is deployed. And he's presumably going to wait. It's going to wait. Agnes Ruzit is the safety car driver this week. You'll see the reigning champion of the Challenger split. He won it for TC Esports last year. A whole string of races and
car. Turn 6%.
got the championship as a result. So yeah, he's obviously in the mass split now as well.
I wonder if
Your
the Fara's
V
going to pit
box
stop
are
now.
sure.
Is Lafaro going to pit? It would probably put Oliver Gibson in the lead.
Ja, nu staat de eerste plek die ik gebruikt.
So we'll have to see, because Martin's relatively fast on the main straight. Let's see if he pits.
Yeah, and he does. He utilizes the time to pit stop, which is a great strategy. Should really pay off now.
Oliver Gibson is going to respond, and that could put Merrick in the lead of this race. We'll have to see. That's the young British driver. Is he going to pit? And he does! That could put Jace Merrick into P1 here. Lafaro's going to come out ahead of Gibson. And Merrick's have to slow down as well, because he's got the safety car in place. As Gibson comes in now. Lafaro has kept the lead. Relatively easy for him.
Yeah, due
Well,
to
see,
all
we're
the
gonna have-
cars. Sorry, go on.
Also, we're going to have the restart as well, which is probably the biggest part of the safety car, other than pitting.
Definitely,
So,
due to all the cars pitting, the safety cars actually made it round to Sector 3 without picking up the leader yet, so it's going to be quite a while until the leader actually catches up to the safety car.
For the master split race, in case you're wondering, your driver will be Case Williams, who obviously made that error. Got towards 7th and caused a massive crash at the castle section. Let's see, but there is Agnes Visitors, who will pick up the leader. Lafaro, then Gibson and Merrick will follow behind him. They'll obviously be weaving like mad to want their tyres. We've seen it before, seen safety cars in this race before. Laps cards, I think. The message will probably get out for laps cars to unlap themselves.
Pass.
We're not sure if they'll do that, but
If you are not
we'll
the
have to
leader,
see.
pass the safety car. If
Visitors
you are not the
still
leader,
haven't
pass
picked
the
up the
safety
race
car.
leader yet.
Yeah, we're just hearing from race control, the cars which are not lapped are having to pass the safety car because we're waiting for the leader to catch up with the safety car.
And obviously,
Still hasn't happened.
you can't peel the safety car away without all cars are in a train together and ready to go. Like a rolling start in GT and IndyCar races, where they have to be either double file or single file. We'll have to see what happens there as someone fitted. Josh Harding there was fitted, but Lafaro and Gibson, the gap's closed now. Resistance will take Lafaro, it'll take him away into the lead of the race. As they'll do about 5 or 6 laps, usual safety car window. But with some things, this could be a very long safety car. Because they've got to get all the field together in order. They've got to check it. A bit like a fire drill, it can take a very long time when it shouldn't.
Yeah, finally we've got the leader has caught up to the safety car finally. Almost a full lap under the safety car, it still didn't catch it. Yeah, the field will slowly start to sort itself out now.
You know, see, safety car has got reasonable pace as well. Roughly about 100 miles an hour cruising on the straights. He has to be if he's going to get the field backed up quicker. But, so they're all backed up now. That is Carter. No, it's not Carter Jackson. It is. Who else is in the rising front here? Is it? It's not Shep. Is it? Linus Johnson, of course. How could I forget? So that is obviously very new to Formula Trout. I've never seen him before on the track. So it is new. And we'll probably get the new guys mixed up. But Lafaro, I can't get him mixed up. He's leading the race under safe track conditions. And probably the message will get out to Linus Johnson. They can overtake the safety car, get round quickly. But we'll have to see how that happens. We'll have to see if they allow it. But at the minute it is Lafaro from Gibson, Merrick, as it was. Well, as it was in qualifying, and the second and third are inverted.
Yeah, although we've got the top 3 behind the safety car, it's actually Hertha is a minute behind at the start of the lap almost, so we're going to be in the safety car for quite some time, I think.
We are going to be in the safety car for about another maybe 7, 8 or more. Well, I'm not going to make an approximation of laps. All I'm going to say is it's going to be a bloody long safety car, people. So strap yourselves in. We might even see a game. The tyres getting cooled down, the tyres getting too hot. Whereas it is obviously, like I said earlier, the reigning champion is going at a very good pace here. Very kindly volunteered, like I said earlier again. Willems will be driving in the master split in the safety car.
be really interesting to see for the race though, because although Merrick is in P3, he's actually he pitted 5-6 laps ago now, so he's going to be on the old tyres, whereas Lafara managed to pit under the safety car, keep the lead, and basically lost nothing, so he's definitely got the advantage there. Gibson also the same, I believe. He also pitted, so that's really neutralised the gaps, really paid off for Gibson after his mistake.
A battle. Could be a big battle. We could see a 3-way battle for lead here. Again, Linus Johnson, that back marker, is going to have a big role to play in that as well. So, I'm looking forward to this restart.
Yeah, definitely. I think Johnson might let past under the safety car once the field's formed up. We just need to wait for the field to calm down a little bit. Some of the cars are still driving around the track at quite high speed. But yeah, he's...
Safety car in this lap.
Safety car's in this lap.
Yeah, he's coming in this lap then. Get ready for this. That was a lot shorter than I expected and I projected that was going to be.
But definitely, I think race directors decided that the track is clear, although some cars are further behind. It's clear enough that we can get racing once again. Farah got a clear track in front of him once the safety car pulls off.
But then let's not forget, we're going to get a good Toe Gibson Merrick behind them as well. I said as well a few times, beyond Johnson in that Rising Sun, he's going to play a big factor for that two behind. You could either not get out of the way, be a hold up to them, or you can just get straight out of the way and not hold them up. But this is actually quite tense. I'm getting fairly sensible for this.
LaFerra's really back in the field up, letting the safety car get away so he can just warm up his tyres. It's a long straight to go, but as we heard, well, in the driver briefing it was said that the cars can't start until the pit entry line, which is quite a way down the straight now, yeah, so...
That's why safety car... What's happened to Case Williams? He's gone yellow. He's gone yellow.
Looks like he might have gone wide maybe under the safety car. He's just catching the field.
He might have gone with... Oh, see, he's going to be trying to push hard. But this is it then. This is your front three. Johnson... sorry, Lafaro. Gone. And the safety car's gone then. So, I'm going to use some deep there. Imran Shaikh is up into 5th. Fair play to Imran Shaikh there. You know, there's F1 Finvid on Instagram. But he's... Oh, back down 6. Who's that there that's gone off? Oh! Johnson's at the wall. Peter's back at the wall as well. He's dropped back significantly as well. He's slowing down, but he's also got to let the field go. Giuseppe Lafaro is retaining the race lead then. Gives it the pull away from Merrick as well there, as well, if you've noticed. But thank you, Chagos, for all these safety car duties there. Heppin has got past Johnson, overtakes all over the show here. Oh, Dolciotti in yellow there. There! He's in the wall! He's in the wall, and not what he would have wanted, the Italian driver. Oliver Gibson then versus Giuseppe Lafaro then. It's the new team Giuseppe Lafaro. Tic Tac against the Lioneers cars is going to be very interesting indeed, and I am looking forward to this. Just please, guys, don't make an error. Put on a good show for us here. We are well over, we're 2/3 of the way to this race. At this point, 34 laps of distance. Putting that down to just 13 cars.
Yeah, we can see again though, Gibson has the DRS down the straight, but Lafaro is actually pulling away due to his lower wings.
Oh, Gibson's that's the fastest lap. It is a 44 one of Gibson. It's a very good lap for a race run, that's for sure. It's just gone up to a second, but presumably Lafaro has done that on that big straight. Hayes gone down one as well. See what happened to him. Maybe was it just a general overtake, or maybe might have gone a little bit wide. We don't know where the overtake's happening, but we have a rough idea sometimes. Yeah, that gap between Oliver Gibson will likely pull it all back in the corners. Let's just see that. Oh, we've got a little bit shaky out there. Oliver Gibson.
Yeah, we did say though about Merrick, he was on the older tyres and he's 2 seconds behind already, so those old tyres aren't working out for him. He seems to be a safe P3, but he wants to be fighting with Gibson and Lafaro for sure, but
he's got a
already
championship
losing it.
fight for as well. So this is the part where Gibson will get it back. It needs to, where Gibson wants to be looking at and flying is the second and third sectors. Well, the third sector mainly because it's got that big straight, but mainly the start of the third sector and the whole second sector is where this race could be won and lost.
Yeah, I don't think Gibson had the DRS that lap either, so LaFara's got the lower wing, the faster top speed, and Gibson won't have the DRS to help him along.
Which could also affect Merrick, who is just under 2 seconds behind there as well. But let's see what the gap is influenced. It's 1.4 seconds now. By the end of the straight, it is 1.4 seconds again. So LaFara comfortably leading now. 18 laps completed. Another 15, I think, to go.
Yeah, look,
Yeah,
sorry, go on.
No, go on. You go. You go.
Yeah, you can see, like, even though Gibson's running the higher wings, he's 1.8 seconds to LaFara now, so LaFara's clearly got the superior speed, even through the middle sector, and he pulls away through the last sector, so definitely paying off LaFara here. Keep it clean, he's building that gap up halfway, just over half distance. Imran Sheikh is putting pressure on Case Willems there. Not going to be able to make a move here, but might be within the DRS able to capitalise on that onto the next straight.
Yeah, he just has to keep that gap under a second. It's obviously critical for that big straight. And like I was saying, that second and third sector is where this race is won and lost. Between that top two. Imran Sheikh there is going to try and pull in. It was a lot quicker under braking there, but I thought it would look a lot later. But let's see what F1 Sim Vid Imran Sheikh can do on this main straight through Case Willems. Here we go now. Happen to K maybe? Drop down to happen, I probably overtake. There's Imran Sheikh there. Oh, this is what's going down between James K and Stephen Heppener. Into turn one. This is going to be a good battle for sure. James K just gets the corner. He's gone a little bit wide, nearly hit the wall. But here comes Stephen Heppener down inside. He just hasn't.
Gonna have the DRS though into turn 3.
Here he goes. Yep. And there's a yellow. There's Imran Sheikh might have. What's happened to Imran Sheikh though? Two cars have gone off. Imran Sheikh at the escape road. Oh God! Who else is that? I can't quite see. Is that Davianidze there? I think it is as well. Sandro Davianidze.
We've seen that happen before. They're on different laps, but it looks like maybe one of them was lapping the other. One of them makes a mistake, and then they just both have to go into the escape road.
Davianidze's
really
tapped out.
Tapped out. Awful to see. Really, really unlucky there.
How many drivers did that now? Was that 5 drivers we've lost in this race?
I think we've lost 5 drivers, yeah, unfortunately. As we said on lap 8, we'd lost 3 then, we lost 5 now.
And we're on lap 20, I think we are now. Lap 20.
Oh, it's James K. Classic.
Oh, James K! He's hit the wall, he's just maybe turned in a tad late. You can't do that. You cannot turn in any earlier, any later, because the consequence is the wall. Yeah, showing the wall. Anyways then, that gap between the top two now to 3.1 seconds. I think from here on in, it's LaFara's race to lose. So Josh Harding then, he's going to have DRS on Case Willems. Is he going to go for a lunge? He's a bit too far back he is yet.
Yeah, looks to the inside, shows he's there, but too far back to be able to make a move there. And he's going to just have to follow him round until the next long straight, which is almost at the end of the lap. Really frustrating to drive when you've got the extra pace there.
So last time Harding was, I think, but case there at turn 8 cost him a lot. He was running about 4th earlier. Now it's gone to Cesar Herta, that position. That proven the safety car as well. And yep, they're clean through turn 8.
Again, we'll see. He'll have the DRS, but will he be close enough? As Case just loses the rear on the exit there, taps the wall with his wheels. No damage done, but Harding is super close, just 3/10 on the straight. He will have the DRS.
Big advantage for Harding. Then he'll have DRS. He's a lot closer. In fact, he might even do it. He won't even need DRS to do it, because Josh Harding has got 5th place. With 10 points at stake. That'll be about 35. Going to Tic Tacs.
Oh, but excellent move by Willems there. He backs off, gets the
Oh,
DRS, and takes the place
But
back.
here comes Case Williams. He's got it done. He's gone and got that place back. Well done, Case. That was a very good move. It was passed by Harding. He somehow managed to get that back. It's not easy when they slipstream you. It's very hard to get it back. Case has found a way and capitalised.
It shows the level of drivers we've got here. He knew where the DRS detection line was, backed off before the DRS line. That meant Willems got the DRS instead of Harding, and then that just meant he could slingshot back past. He may be slightly slower than him, but clearly winning this battle at the moment. See if it continues on to the next lap.
We could see a repeat of that next lap.
Yeah, we can see once again almost exactly the same. Harding stuck in the middle sector, can't make the move, but Case just had that advantage, the great move of backing off before the DRS, got that back. See if he can repeat that again. Maybe Harding will back off. Maybe Harding will know he'll do that this time and back off even more. We've seen that in real Formula 1. You know, greats such as Alonso and Hamilton backing off at the Canada DRS detection zone just to try maximise every advantage they can get. Harding's a little further back this time, but it means Case won't be able to take that advantage. And Harding knows what he did last time, so it should be an easy move for Harding here, just 3/10 behind before he gets the DRS.
Unless Case can find a way to get that, to somehow do that again, but it's a bit, he hasn't done it, it's a bit late. Cesar Herta with his PB there, as Harding gets the move down into turn 1. But here comes Case round the outside. They seem to be fairly clean to there, but Case Williams got the better drive. He's going to go for it to turn 2. Is he going to get it done? Oh, it's Harding to the wall. Harding's at the wall there. So meaning Case will get a good run into turn 3. Yep, that is easy for him. He's got it's very good drive from Case today. He's holding on to good points, and he's allowing them. He's allowing other drivers to keep behind him. He's keeping them around him. Leslie Peters is in the pits at the back of the field. P12. He's pitted. Whether that's for a tyre change or a damage change, you don't know, but you know he's in the pits.
It's a really great example here of, you know, Willems might be a little slower than Harding, but Willems has, you know, 2 seasons experience now basically of Formula Trout, and he's just using that experience to just get his position back, just stay in front of the faster drivers, paying off for him so far. There's 11 laps remaining, so we'll see how it goes. But
as opposed to Harding's very little experience. First time I saw him was last time out to Hockenheim.
Yeah, he joined us at the last round in Hockenheim, which was, the result wasn't valid, but yeah, this is basically his first official race, second actual race in Formula Trout, and he's faster than Willems for sure, but not be able to make the move.
Which there are no issues this week in which they could lose all the drivers their points. There's yellow for Dolciotti. He's gone down a place as well. Has he maybe gone off again there? Have a look. Yep, he has, and that is the penultimate corner. Another off for Dolciotti. It's not been his best race for sure. Not the proudest one for the Italian driver, who put his own horse now on just for 1 point. Back at the front then, 4 seconds between Lafaro and Gibson. Oliver Gibson was saying he wanted to win this race. You said he also wasn't a big fan of this track, but he's in a relatively good position. But he faces the pressure of championship rival Jace Merrick behind him. This is Harding versus Willems again. We're going to see that battle certainly heat up, that's for sure. Especially with what these two are like in turn 1, they get very, very close. Herta, what happened to Herta there?
It looks like he hit the wall, just a bit of damage. He's kept going, but might have to pit again. He's running quite a comfortable ball, which is really great for him. I've not seen him up there before, but you don't want to be hitting the wall too much. You can damage the wing some more, and then you're going to be going straight on into the wall through some of the fast corners, so you need to be super careful if you're going to be risking that. Harding's just behind again, about 5/10 going into the last sector. He will have the DRS, but will he be close enough? We get to see. Case misses the apex slightly through the last corner, runs a bit wide, puts Harding right on his gearbox.
Well, see then. Is he going to do that very well? Sort of 200 IQ. Peters has gone yellow as well. But don't focus on that. Let's focus on this. Here comes Josh Harding. Down the main straight into turn 1. There go. He's got it done. Unless Case can just go for another lunge. He is though. He's a bit far back to do it.
Yeah, so Harding's made the move. We know he was faster, even be able to follow in the dirty air, but will he be able to keep the position? He wasn't last time. Willems will have the DRS, but won't be able to make the move this time. Should be able to build that gap up now and solidify that 5th place that he's got.
He is a lot closer this time than he was before, I've noticed.
Yeah, so we can see now Harding has got in front. He's almost pulled a 2nd gap. He's almost got out of the DRS range before the lap's even over, so Willems might not even be able to come back at him next lap.
We know Harding's stuck with the fastest drive at the minute, from tyres and all that. But we'll have to see. Errors can win or lose his race as well. And this is why this may not be a track that is popular with the drivers, but with the viewers, I'm sure they are enjoying this race as it goes on. Hampton straight there, and James K seemed a little bit slow out of there. Off he would. Donda on the back. Oh! Case Willems just round! He spun, I think, yeah. Disaster class for Case Willems. He spun it on a corner, which seemed, I don't know if you saw the replay of that, which seemed a very weird crash indeed. I've never seen anyone spin there, but...
Well, if he's trying to pull that extra speed, trying to get back in front of Harding, you just overcook it slightly and, yeah, took him to the inside wall. Looks like he's staying out, but he's got the damage. It's put him behind Stephen Hepner. Hepner's actually running a brilliant P6 at the moment.
Yes.
Continues. Oh, there's James K. Pitts allowing Imran Sheikh to just make the move easy. He was right behind him, but Hayes made the decision to pit. That's due to damage,
obviously.
or...
Maybe
Oh.
James came out and got a bit of damage there. Have to see. Back in front then, moving on to the front. It is still 4.1 between the top two. They haven't really changed that. But yeah, still Giuseppe Lafaro in the lead of this race. Okay, comes out the pits in 10th. Oh, Harding has lost in the castle section.
Oh, and he's DNF'd from the race. Oh, awful.
He's tapped out. He's tapped out. Yeah, that is awful for Josh Harding. He did not want that. Has he maybe just hit the inside wall turn 8 and just killed his engine off completely?
Yeah, super unfortunate to see. He was running a really good race on his 2nd race in following the Trout. For the teams as well, he was running in a Tic-Tacs BAC Racing. He was higher in P1 and he was running P5, so that was really great for the points. But yeah, really paying into Lionese's hands here. Willems is back in P6. Gibson's running P2 at the moment.
Oliver, I think it's that little Cesar Herta pits.
Yeah, that's going to put Hepner and Willems in front, I think.
Hepner 4th. fair enough to Steve Hepner. He's we'd say now he only finishes 7th in races. He finished 6th last time at Hockenheim. He's on for a career best 4th, which is absolutely stunning for someone who you just expect to be hanging around the midfield. He's, other than Gibson and Merrick, he's Tim.
So Hertz has come out P6 behind Willems, behind Hepner. He's on the C4 tyres of those, so we will have the pace. 7 laps remaining. Maybe he's looking for a fastest lap as it looks like Hepner's gone into the wall.
Oh no! It's disaster for Hepner! Oh, sorry. He was running 4th, and Johnson might have had an accident there as well. He's yellow as well. It's all going on for Johnson. He's yellow. He's got there. It's all started to kick off in terms of the errors. You just knew it was going to happen, didn't you? And at the minute, my spidey senses tell me this ending is going to be very tasty.
Yeah, it's actually, if you look at the timings between Lofar and Gibson, he's actually caught a second in the last few laps. So
yeah,
Gibson's starting to reel back in the leader.
Go on, Oliver. He's absolutely flying at this point in the race. He's pulled a whole second on Lafaro. He obviously, it just shows his dedication, how much he wants this championship, and how he wants to be ahead of Merrick. Well, he would stay ahead of Merrick if he did this, but he's not 2.9. He's, how's he pulling in on him? This is brilliant from Gibson. He's pulled in well over a second on Lafaro there. Don't go anywhere. This could be a very good ending. Like I said, my spidey sense told me this is going to be a very good ending. We'll have to see how this ends. Because who's tapped out? Is that...
That's Josh Harding finally withdrawing from the race. Yeah, so he must have had too much damage. Just
unfortunately for him, it's all over for him. Thick tack still on course for very good points, because he's still on course for 25. Unfortunately, it just isn't meant to be for him. Hepner versus Case Williams then. 2 Dutch drivers, 2 very good friends as well, I know. Both of them, they get on very well. But this... Oh, it sounds like a lockup for Hepner there. He's pulled it! He's half spun it! You can see you hear that lockup.
Yeah, he tapped the rear wheel against the wall there, just losing the rear. Oh, and he spins again!
Oh, he spun it! He spun it round into the wall twice! And that could compromise this whole race. Big damage for Stephen Hepner.
Going to need to be super careful now while the tyres are hot. He's just had 2 spins in short succession. The wings are not going to be in tip-top shape, and he just might lose it again. Needs to be very, very careful. Don't want to be causing a safety car or anything.
Well, the safety car, it could help Oliver Gibson and Jace Merrick, as opposed, well, Merrick's like 12 seconds behind Gibson now. But yeah, it was a very impressive 4th he was running in. So we now lost 6 cars out of this race now. Dockman, Linda, Woodward. Also, we know the 16th Rositis in the pits. That is the safety car on standby. Any other massive crashes, which then, if they happen now, they'll probably just look at the safety car here. There he is. That is Rositis. Currently doing the safety car duties for this race. The man you're looking at now, his teammate, he's pulled in again. Oliver Gibson, he's Lafayette. Oh! There's a rising sun, it's Johnson. On his debut, he's gone round. Imran Shaikh goes through there. And that's going to drop him. That's going to compromise his race. It's Alex.
Yeah, unfortunate to see him go in the wall, but manages to just stay out of the way of the other cars. See Hepner and Herta here battling after Hepner made his error earlier on. Hepner's going to be carrying damage and some probably quite overcooked tyres to say the least, and Herta does seem to be able to keep up with him. He did pit not long ago, if you remember. P4, yep. So 4 laps remaining, might be able to make a move here. Oh, as Hepner just clips the curb wrong there, almost loses the car. 5/10 since the last corner.
Lost it. A few laps back, he lost it as well.
So we'll have the DRS, but will he have the straight line speed to be able to make the overtake? I'm not so sure.
The gap has actually got back up to 2.7. No, it's down to 2.8. Gibson keeps on getting it down to 2.8 seconds. Every now and again. Oh, it was yellow for Case. Did he maybe just go sideways out of that corner? I don't know quite what happened to the Dutchman, but oh, and that is Leslie Peters. I'm presuming he must have. He's definitely gone round there.
It looks like Merrick just tapped the wall then.
Yeah, it was obviously no second down. Case Williams is
Ah!
smashed. Oh my god! And he's crashed with James. Was it Peters
It was
or Clay? I'm
Herter
not
and
too
Hepner.
sure.
I think Peters went into the wall. Gibson went into him. Herter's got
Gibson
past
went
Hepner.
into him, did he?
They've both got past Wilhelms.
This is not what Case Williams has wanted, is it? Far from it. But it's obviously
Just 3
doesn't
laps
do
to
much
go.
damage.
Gone from 4th down to 6th. Hepner's gained. Herter's gained.
And obviously that's been a big advantage to few drivers there. His accident, he's gone up. But here he comes on Hepner into this corner. Oh, I think as understandably, Boxey backed out of that one. I'm trying to. So obviously you don't go for a move there. It could be big consequences and a massive crash and effectively a dead engine, leading to a retirement. Obviously you're not allowed to reset splits in this. Obviously, if you're just tuning in, we have lost Dockman, Linda, Woodward Jackson, Bradley and Josh Harding, as Case Williams has got the move done on Stephen Hepner. He is trying to fight back. We'll have to see what the gap between him and Herter is, if he can salvage back that 4th place he had before. It's been about a second. He's actually not too far. Peters has gone yellow as well. Oh, he's gone round.
The last corner.
He's gone off there, as you could see. He had that collision with Case Williams earlier on. Hepner had a look into turn 2 on him, but he can't get by. Oh, he's not in the wall, but he's got a better drive out of that corner. There has made a contact a little bit there. Let's see, but this battle will get very argy-bargy, that's for sure.
Hepner really running the walls here. Clearly got a very, very strong car as he's really trying to follow Wilhelms here. Wilhelms will be carrying damage as well as he goes wide as the castle section.
Oh, he's gone wide. No, don't do it. Don't do it, Steve. Don't do it, Steve. Not into turn 8, and he's backed out that one. You only really go through for a move at turn 8. If he's lost it. He's lost it. He's into the barrier at turn 9. It's all gone wrong. And I'll see him and Shakes had to go to there. He had to go for a body action as Peters is in the pits, probably to repair that damage. Yeah. He's tapped out. Peters is out of the race. Still another one gone.
The disaster for Hepner, losing 4, 5, 6, 7.
Again. And it looks like, well, I was saying earlier, he was saying to me, I only finished 7th, it's just a 7th curse. It's gonna fall 7th again for the Dutch driver. He was challenging for good points today. I think 5 is all he's gonna be able to get.
Really though, Dolciotti's right behind him, just 3/10. He'll have the DRS.
Yeah, he can relegate him. Here he goes. Well, I said we were in for a good ending, and we are, because look at this battle between these two.
Hepner looks to the inside, but with the overspeed that Dolciotti had, nothing he can do. He'll have to DRS into after turn 2, but again, maybe just too far back to be able to do anything.
Yep, and obviously that is Luca Dolciotti is ahead of Hepner now. I doubt Kate's going to be able to do it because it's 29 seconds. Well, like we said, all these drivers are prone to mistakes here. Nearly all of them have hit the wall at least once. And obviously I was saying to you before we started, Alex, before we went live, that we thought every driver was going to hit the wall at least once, and I presume they all have here.
Yeah, it does look like that. Some of them have stayed out of trouble more than others, but yeah, everyone's had at least some interaction with the walls on the side of the track. Farah's really just kept his head cool though in the second stint of the race. It looks like Hepner's made another mistake.
Hepner gone again! Hepner again! I was saying that he could make another mistake just a bit ago, and he usually has. He's gone from 4th to 8th. This race has crumbled away from him. when he could have easily taken it. It's hit the wall again, and well, safety car as happener, well, this could not have gone any worse for him, and you just got to feel for the Dutchman. He was challenging Case for a potential. He could have even been on for 4th today. Podium maybe not, but this man is on an absolute flyer. Giuseppe Lafaro, 3.4 seconds. Oliver Gibson was gaining on him until now. I think he'll have to settle for 2nd if he can just keep his head cool.
We're on the penultimate lap here, just on the straight before the final lap. It looks like Hepner's made a mistake.
He's done it again,
Oh.
Hefner. He's just prone to mistakes at the point as Johnson's going to unlap himself.
Oh, he must have damage. He must have wing damage because that's on the straight. Very lucky for Lafaro there as he passes him. It would be a disaster if he was stranded in the middle of the track there.
He's carried on though.
Yeah, well, there's only 1 lap remaining. We're on the last lap of the race, so he clearly feels...
Lafaro is going to win this one, effectively now. Yep, he's gone round again there. Oh, this is... You have to feel for Hefner. Well, Oliver Gibson, no. This man... Oh, Hefner again! Oh, he's been T-boned by K. And it's all... Well, he's just going to try and nurse that car home.
Looks like he's got some suspension damage there.
I think on the last lap of the race for Stephen Hefner, he's going to join the long list. Gockman, Linda, Woodward, Jackson, Dudley, Anse, and Peters probably out of this race. But if he can just nurse it round the final few corners, then he can get this. He can just get it done. Giuseppe Lafaro then. We know he's been flying. We've had 3 leaders this race: Gibson, Merrick, and Lafaro. We can see where that'll happen again. Has lost it. Been an embarrassing final lap for him. There's Ollie Gibson. So we're going to come through the final few corners now. Well, Giuseppe Lafaro then, for the first ever race in his Formula Track career, what could be a very long Formula Track career, that's for sure, is going to be here. Giuseppe Lafaro as he comes around the final corner, has lost it again. Lafaro's grieving, he's going to come across the line, his first ever race to win the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. And Oliver Gibson, with a brilliant drive, after that mistake earlier, brilliant Oliver Gibson, is 2nd in this race. Podium Dolciotti's lost there. Yeah, he seems to have, he must have gone a bit wide on the last lap.
Should be safe from K. Jace Merrick takes P3, quite disappointing for him. He did run a good race in the last stages after being caught out due to the safety car. Urta with a brilliant P4. He's not safe yet. Williams is just 2.5 seconds behind him, but doesn't look like he'd be able to do anything there.
It only takes an hour though, and like I said, even on the last lap it happens, and Happener, as he was prone to that, he's now 9th, and fair enough, he's somehow managed to finish the race. I probably would have tapped out a while back. Anyways, Cesar Herta. Final... Oh! Case has just crashed! Yeah, I saw in the back, that was a massive crash by Case Williams. I think he'll be alright from England Shake.
Yeah, definitely. He's got the gap there. But really.
Oh, he's the one again! Again! But Cesar Herta, a career best, I think, of 4th. Very good from the Trout driver, and it's the default Trout livery. Case Williams, fair enough, has managed to bring it home in 5th. I would not have expected that. A bit earlier on, but Imran Shaikh gets his, I think that might be his career best of 6th. Dolciotti, after that, a few errors, comes home 7th. To nail 5 points home today. But here he is as your race winner, just Giuseppe Lafaro. And Oliver Gibson there, was a brilliant drive from him today as well. I'm very pleased with what he's pulled out of the bag. So yeah, fair enough. Very soon we'll be cutting on to the interview sequence. We'll just let some other drivers get into the waiting for interview channel. We'll get going for it. So yeah, let's give it a minute. Very good race by Giuseppe Lafaro. His first ever track race in the challenge split. He's gone and won it. He capitalised it. He made a good strategy on the safety car and all that. But he's He's come on and won for Thick Tax Racing with BAC.
We'll just drag Jace, our P3 finisher here. Hello, Jace. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Anyways, Jace, P3 today. You got a podium, and I'm sure in terms of your championship battle with Oliver, it's points that you can just rack up, and I'm sure you need these points because we're going to the second half of the season.
Well, yeah, I have a few things I have to say. Seems like every time I'm in here as a driver, I have something to complain about. This time it's the server management. The folks at home probably didn't see it, but the server got reset after qualifying, and that reset the track grip level. And it did not go above, it did not get to 100%. It was 99% track grip for all of the session, and that really messed up. I want to say everybody, but some manage it better than others. And yeah, other than that, yeah, all on me. All of those mistakes were on me.
Obviously, there was that safety car as well. Oliver made a mistake as well. A lot of drivers made mistakes out there today.
Yeah, I almost think I shouldn't have bumped him out of the way in the beginning of the race. I think I should have just waited for him to get going.
Yeah, it's we saw during the race. It was quite unfortunate for you. You pitted around lap 10, and then about 3 or 4 laps later was the safety car, which really paid off for Lefera and Gibson as well, who both hadn't pitted by then.
I was hoping the safety car would come out earlier, but yeah, and I think it was an error on my part to get on the C2s rather than the C3s. I thought, because in practice, like I could not make those tires last, and yeah. And you know what? While I'm here, I may as well announce this. I am leaving Nova Academy and joining Back Racing. Because I am tired of developing the car all by myself. The Master Split drivers don't want to drive because they don't like the car. Well, guess what? Get over it. Because you're going to be driving this car for this season and probably next season. So get over it. Start developing your setups and start working as a team.
Well, there we are. Some news from you.
Some breaking news from Jace Merrick. Thank you very much. We have to get other drivers in, so thank you very much, Jace. We'll see you later in Silverstone. Moving on to Oliver Gibson, second place. Next, hey Oliver, second place. Brilliant mistake. You made an error as well. Talk us to that error that you made earlier.
I don't know. I was experiencing a lot of sliding. I don't know why, and then I just gave it too much, trying to chase. I think it was Giuseppe leading at that point. So yeah, I just spun and then Austin powered myself. Amazing. Yeah, no damage though, so it was alright.
Obviously, you had Giuseppe Lefero in that Tic Tac car. Just simply, he had that lower downforce setup as well. That probably won that race for him on that big straight. You were catching a lot through the middle part of the track. In fact, you were getting the gap up to 2 seconds at some point, which was just brilliant. So, what do you think of that?
I mean, Giuseppe, you know, even if he did run the lower downforce setup, it's still amazing by him. I mean, from the spin, I think, I'm like really early on, and then managing to keep the lead until the end, it's pretty good. So, I mean, a good drive by him. Hopefully, you know, well, hopefully for him, he gets more results like this, but hopefully for me, you know, so.
As it stands at the moment, though, the advantage in the championship, it's advantage you at the minute. So there's nothing much to worry about at the minute. Obviously, the next race, Silverstone, your home race, is massive. It's going to be critical that you get home big points in that race.
Well, yeah, it's where I did my first race, so you know
Remember,
it's special.
There was obviously that race. You were that third or fourth. You were saying to me before that race you were going to get 10th, and eventually in GA racing, was the team's first race, and you're fighting Helston for the podium, and he spun at the village loop, and you managed to just get it through, and you brought it home in third, which was good.
Yeah, and I'm driving for that team now, so it's a you know swings and roundabouts kind of thing, if that's the right phrase.
Thank you very much, Oliver, and I will see you later. See you later, and good luck in Silverstone.
Thanks for streaming.
No problem. Thanks for being on the show. And we're now going to get in the final one of the day. Your race winner. Hang on. your race winner, Giuseppe Lafaro. Well done, mate. You won that race.
Hello. Thank you.
Hello. Well done. You did very well. You obviously led the majority of the race by about 4 seconds. And to say that obviously between Oliver and Jace, the two main championship protectors at the minute, you could also step in and spice it and just add a third to this, because that drive out there was brilliant. And obviously you capitalised from the pitch strategies as well. And fair enough for it.
Yeah, yeah. The main thing was achieve the pole position. The grip wasn't perfect, and the lapse time were a bit higher than what I expect. Probably the safety car don't help me, but I was a bit faster than Oliver, and yeah, that's it.
Obviously you got pole as well. There was that massive crash at the start. We red flagged it. That
Yeah.
first start, Merrick seemed to have won the start, but he managed to keep the lead. And he managed to keep the lead before that massive crash. And a lot of drivers were just prone to making mistakes and crashing out. You just weren't doing that. You just kept hold of. You just kept cool. You thought, right, if I just don't hit the wall, keep the pace up, we'll do well. And you did exactly that. You won the race.
Thank you, thank you.
Yep. So that is your race winner, Giuseppe Lafaro, and that is the end of the interviews. I want to thank Alex Cochran for streaming. He's racing in a minute in the Master Split. So good luck to Alex for that.
Thank you.
And thank you very like I said, thanks so much for streaming. Well done to Giuseppe for winning and Oliver and Merrick in the podium as well. So yeah, I will be back very shortly to do the Master Split streaming and the commentary. And yeah, we'll be back very shortly.